Welcome back to our series on maritime search and rescue training. Today, we're diving deep into a complex and challenging scenario, a passenger gone missing from a cruise ship. This isn't just a drill. It's a situation that requires precision, coordination, and a cool head under immense pressure. Let's set the scene. Imagine you're the master of a large cruise vessel, midway through a 7-day voyage. It's early evening when you receive a report from a family. One of their members, an adult passenger, hasn't been seen for approximately 6 hours. They last saw them after lunch, and they haven't responded to calls or messages. An initial ship-wide announcement and a preliminary search by the onboard security team turn up nothing. The passenger is officially unaccounted for. What's the first critical challenge here? Time. 6 hours have passed. This isn't a simple man overboard where you have a specific point and time of entry into the water. The passenger could have gone overboard at any point along the ship's track over the last 6 hours. This uncertainty creates a massive potential search area. The clock is ticking, and every minute that passes reduces the chances of a successful rescue. As the ship's master, your immediate responsibility is to initiate established protocols. First, you must declare an emergency and alert the relevant Rescue Coordination Center, or RCC. This is non-negotiable. You'll need to provide them with all the critical information you have: the last known position of the passenger, the ship's course and speed over the past 6 hours, weather conditions, and a detailed description of the missing person. This initial report is the cornerstone of the entire search and rescue operation. Simultaneously, you must conduct a thorough, systematic search of your own vessel. This is a top-to-bottom sweep. Every cabin, every public space, every restricted area, every nook and cranny must be checked. Why? We need to exhaust the possibility that the passenger is still on board, perhaps incapacitated, injured, or in a location they can't leave. This internal search must be methodical and well documented to ensure no area is missed. It also prevents the massive expenditure of resources on an external search if the person is found safe on the ship. Now, let's assume the comprehensive onboard search yields no results. The passenger is not on the ship. The situation has now escalated. We must operate under the worst-case assumption. The passenger is a casualty in the water, a person in distress, somewhere along our track from the last 6 hours. The RCC, based on your information, will now take the lead in coordinating a wider search and rescue, or SAR, operation. This is where multi-agency and multi-asset coordination becomes paramount. The RCC will use specialized software to calculate a probable search area. This calculation, known as drift modeling, considers various factors: the ship's track, the time elapsed, ocean currents, wind speed and direction, and even the type of clothing the person was wearing. The result is a defined search box, which can be dozens or even hundreds of square miles. Your ship is now a primary search asset. The RCC will likely task you, along with other available resources, to conduct a specific search pattern. Given the large, uncertain area, the most common and effective pattern is the parallel track search. Let's break down how this works. The parallel track search, sometimes called a parallel sweep, is designed to cover a large rectangular or square area as efficiently as possible. The RCC will assign specific tracks, or legs, to each search unit. For example, your ship might be instructed to sail north on a specific line, then turn and sail south on an adjacent, parallel line. The distance between these tracks, known as the track spacing, is carefully calculated. It's based on visibility, sea state, and the size of the object you're looking for, in this case, a person in the water. The goal is to maximize the probability of detection, but you won't be alone. The RCC is orchestrating a symphony of assets. They might divert other commercial vessels in the vicinity to join the search. They will almost certainly dispatch dedicated SAR assets like Coast Guard cutters or naval ships. These vessels will be assigned their own parallel tracks within the overall search area, working in a coordinated grid to cover the vast expansive ocean. Think of it like mowing a giant lawn, with each mower taking a different strip to ensure the entire area is covered. Air assets are a game changer in this scenario. Helicopters and fixed-wing aircraft can cover huge areas far more quickly than any ship. They provide a crucial bird's eye view. The RCC will deploy aircraft to fly their own parallel track patterns over the search box, often at different altitudes. Their observations are relayed in real time back to the RCC and to the ships on the surface. Effective communication between air and sea assets is vital. A pilot might spot an object of interest and need to vector a ship directly to that location for closer investigation. This brings us to the core of this entire operation: communication. As the master of the on-scene cruise ship, you are a critical node in this communication network. You must maintain constant, clear contact with the RCC, providing regular updates on your position, search progress, and any sightings. You'll also be communicating with the other ships and aircraft involved in the search, coordinating movements to avoid collisions and ensure that search patterns don't overlap inefficiently. This is usually done over designated VHF marine channels. Everyone must be on the same page, speaking the same language of search and rescue. Let's talk about the crew on your ship. Your lookouts are your eyes. They must be properly briefed, rotated frequently to prevent fatigue, and equipped with binoculars. They need to know exactly what they are looking for: a person, a life jacket, a piece of clothing, anything that looks out of place. Every report from a lookout must be taken seriously and investigated immediately. The bridge team will be incredibly busy managing navigation, communication, and logging every single action taken. This detailed log is not just for internal records. It's crucial for the official investigation that will follow. As hours turn into a day, and possibly longer, the psychological toll on everyone involved is immense. The family of the missing person needs to be managed with compassion and kept informed without giving them false hope. The crew will be working long, stressful hours. Maintaining morale and focus is a key leadership challenge. So, let's assess the key takeaways from this scenario. First, the delayed reporting time is a massive complication. It dramatically expands the search area and reduces the window for a successful rescue. This highlights the importance of encouraging passengers to report concerns about friends or family members as early as possible. Second, the effectiveness of the entire SAR operation hinges on seamless communication and coordination. The ability of the RCC to gather information, model a search area, and deploy and manage multiple ships and aircraft from different organizations is the difference between a chaotic effort and a professional, coordinated response. For you, on the ship, your role in that communication chain is absolutely critical. And finally, the execution of the parallel track search pattern demonstrates the methodical, scientific approach required for modern search and rescue. It's not about sailing around randomly hoping to get lucky. It's a calculated, disciplined process designed to maximize the probability of finding a single person in a vast ocean. This scenario is a true test of a ship's emergency preparedness, a crew's professionalism, and the robustness of the international SAR system. By studying and training for situations like this, we ensure that if the worst should happen, we are ready to respond effectively. Thanks for joining us for this in-depth scenario analysis. If you found this training valuable, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next part of our series. Stay safe out there.